Hello. Come on. A little bit more energy. Hello, Krakow. Hello. Welcome to DevConf 2018, a conference for professional software developers. I want to tell you a few things before we start the first keynote, some important ones as well. Why are we here? That's important. We're here to get inspired. That's what I believe in. We're here to gain some more knowledge and also to share our own knowledge with the community around us. That's you last year. I don't know if there's like a perfect match one-to-one between you sitting here and those people, but I really hope that at the end of the conference you feel a little bit united as a community. That is the goal behind the conference. A little bit about logistics. I have to mention this. Evacuation plan, the meeting place is when you go out of this room and you turn left, and there's a parking at the back of the cinema, and that's the meeting place in case any emergency, and if you hear some alarm, that's the meeting place. Regarding lunches, we have lunches in room 4 and 12. There we serve the food there at the lunch breaks. But also there will be a special place with VR activities. So even if you're not hungry, you can visit the place because that's going to be interesting. When it comes to T-shirts, they will be handed over to you at the reception, but not now, but probably at the first or the second break. So you can go there with your badge and the QR code, and you'll get the T-shirt of the size you select. We would like to thank our sponsors, because without them that wouldn't be possible. Our platinum sponsor is ABB company, so thank you. Our gold sponsor is UBS. Our silver sponsors are Relativity and Symphony Solutions. Our virtual sponsors are Happy Team and Global Logic. Our special partners, and I mentioned about VR activities, are Hyperbook and Hyperbook Studio. And we would like to also thank you from community, from different groups that support us as well in promoting this event happening in Krakow. So thank you very much. A little bit about nice things to do apart from sharing knowledge and listening to talks. We have after party on Thursday, which is today. Right here at the cinema, right after the last talk, we'll stay here for like a couple of hours till 10 or 11. I know that some groups are like continuing this partying in other places. That's not organized by us, but probably some of us would gladly join. There's after party on Friday, which probably collect a little less people, but that will be held in House of Beer at 7:30 on Friday. Once again, mention about Hyperbook, which is in room 12, which will be in room 12. You can play VR and see that on the big screen. That's going to be interesting, I guess. And what can I say? Stay curious, have a nice time. It's a conference time, so enjoy it. And I would like to ask a person from ABB to welcome you to the conference as well. Pavel.
1, 2, 1, 2. Welcome, my fellow technology lovers. I really wanted to say that. Welcome, guys. Welcome on the event that most of you were waiting for at least a year. I said most of you because some of us, like myself, were waiting for 2 years or even more. This year, I have this great honor to say a few opening words on behalf of our platinum sponsor, namely ABB. But before I start, I wanted to give you a context to understand my words a little better. So, from the organizational perspective, I'm no one important. I'm not a manager. I'm not running a team. I am technology evangelist. And I assume most of you already knows what does it mean. But for those who are not really familiar with this position name, a first clarification. I am technology evangelist, and it means that I love technology so bad that I decided to live from it. So I'm teaching technology, I'm learning technology, and I talk about the technology all the time. If you look at it this way, you are very, very similar to me. Why? Because the same feeling to the technology I have brought you all here to this big conference hall. you, like no one else, knows that the technology is a universal language spoken by the people who change the reality, spoken by the people who creates the reality. And you also know that sometimes during our work, we stuck. We are in the situation that our skills, our knowledge is not enough to solve some problem, some issue. Then what? Then the key is to get in touch with the peoples that speaks the same language. And the language is, technology. Sometimes a very simple chat, very short chat, short discussion, a small experience exchange can inspire you to solve even the hardest, the most sophisticated problem you can imagine. And this, if you want to know my opinion, is the real deal here. This is the real reason why we all sitting together in this big conference hall, speaking the same language, looking for the inspiration. The inspiration that can help us in our daily work and our lives. Of course, I want you to be aware that you can find your inspiration in the multiple ways. Sometimes your inspiration can hit you from the direction you not expect. An example, of course, during multiple sessions we're going to attend, prepared by our speakers and then carefully selected by our organizers, you can find something. Of course, each session is a deep dive into the technology. It's a journey through the multiple examples, problems, and solutions, something you may find very useful. But this conference is something else. For me, it gives you a great opportunity to talk, to discuss with the world-class specialist and looking for your inspiration. And this, my friends, this interaction is something that you cannot replace with a tweet or posting on any forum. It's something super valuable. There's something more. Selecting of this place is not accidental as well. Imagine listening to the lecture in the big conference hall like this. And it doesn't really matter if you know the topic, you are not really familiar with the topic, if the topic is hard or not, but you are listening to a lecture with the multiple guys who are really specialists in the various technology areas. 100% focus on the topic. This, my friends, creates a natural, fantastic atmosphere. Atmospheres that starts to surround you, and in a very short time, it makes you want to do something. It energizes you. So imagine how lucky we are to be here. Well, as an ABB representative, I want to tell you that our organization thinks exactly the same. So we prepared one more chance to get inspired. We have a contest. It's very easy to take part on it. You just need to register yourself, answer a few interesting questions, and if you will be lucky enough, you can win the Lego Mindstorms, which can really help you in creation the inspirational environment around you. So for the details, please visit our stand, talk with the girls, let's catch up there. And at the end, I want to tell you one thing. I'm planning to chat with at least, let's say, 99% of you. So looking for my inspiration, and hopefully I will inspire some of you. So it looks like it's going to be very busy 2 days, busy evening, busy and sleepless night. So please open your mind and enjoy the conference. Thank you.